Hello and welcome to episode 41 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with QPR, and since you were last with us when we lost to Fulham, we then lost to Bristol City in a rematch of our FA Cup fourth round. But then since then we've beat Coventry 2-0, Birmingham 5-0, a disappointing draw 0-0 with Luton, and then we've beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 just before we've come back for this game against Chelsea. And that leaves us 12th place in the table. We're 7 points away from the playoffs. The Bristol game really did cost us a bit in that chase. And it's slightly more unlikely now, but we're going to keep going, keep pushing. We're well away from the relegation zone, so that's not a problem. And let's see if we can keep climbing. But first of all, let's see if we can get sixth into the quarterfinals. And while this is going to be a very tough game, we're going to try and do that with Rivero, Valquia, Mosa, Barbet, Bosma, Pearson, Coyle, Shortire, Chair, Willock, and Scarlett. They have gone pretty strong. Onana, James, Tadibo, I'm not sure on. I'm not sure on either of the centre backs. Tamori and Pedri. I'm guessing they're playing a back five from the looks of that then. De Jong, Buendia, Havertz, Sancho, and Lautaro Martinez. So let's go out there, give the fans something to cheer, and we're going to tell Scarlett that we've got faith in him up front, and hopefully he can pull something out. Now, it is a back four, so tomorrow. Oh, what a start! As we instantly get an injury to Pearson. Out of interest, what happened here? I think that's Pearson. Nothing happened to him. He just got injured out of nowhere. Well, fair enough. Let's try and get by. Obviously, we're not really expecting to come out of this game with a win against a team in the Premier League, but we are going to give it our best shot. And Shortire has gone down there. That looked to me like it was outside the box. And we're just waiting for a penalty check, which normally means it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty, but it's a free kick in a dangerous area. Not very dangerous, though, because nothing comes of it. And now they've got thrown back at our end. Valquia heads away. And it ends up back with Sancho, who finds De Jong. Tamori, well played by Stage there, who gets it to Chair. And Scarlett with a chance here. And Scarlett has put us 1-0 up against Chelsea. Absolutely shocking Stamford Bridge. Scarlett, by the way, 24 goals. Since I joined in January, I think he's added 14 goals to his season's tally. He has been absolutely revolutionary, and what a start that is to this game. And now it gives us the chance to try and contain them a little bit more, and hopefully we can do so. Never mind. Never mind. Sancho gets them straight back into it, and he's an alright player, Sancho is, isn't he? So I hear, as De Jong lays it off for James, and then Sancho, a very nice finish there. And unfortunately, it's back to 1-1. But we've made it clear we can score against Chelsea. And if we can score, we can get a win. It's unlikely, as I say. Let's not get carried away. Sancho throws it to Havertz and Tamori now. Crosses it in towards the Toro, and that is such a painful way to concede that goal. De Jong didn't really do anything with that. But unfortunately, I mean, there's a fantastic header there, and then De Jong, it's going wide, and Barbet just gets in the way. Let's tell which one of these is better at marking. They're both as good at marking as each other. We're going to get one of them just to mark Lautaro Martinez and try and keep him quiet in this game. As we approach half time, 2-1 down, unfortunately, but I think we've got a chance of bouncing back. Not a very high one, but nevertheless, let's see what we can do. Let's pump this. We know we're underdogs, but let's give it our all. And early on, Chelsea with a free kick. Emi plays it off to Pedri, who's going to drill it across the box, and Lautaro Martinez is there. 28 goals in the season for him, so he's making a statement against Scarlet, and just nobody's picked up that run at all, and nobody's picked up that run either. And now we find ourselves 3-1 down. And it looks like we're probably out of the FA Cup here. And if they make it 4, if they've made it 4 there, we're in full-on preservation mode. I'm tempted to do that now, but we're not going to. We're going to send Dykes on the left-hand side and see if we can create anything throughout the rest of this game. We're going to encourage them. Emi sends it forward. Valquia heads away very nicely, but it's back as far as Emi, who finds De Jong, Havertz, Sancho, and Barbet misses a tackle. And at that point, let's get Chair or Scarlet off. We're going to bring Chair off, I think. Just to save him for the next game. And at 4-1, we're out of the FA Cup. We'll get a bit of money from this game at Stamford Bridge, however. I assume that's where they're still playing. Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty. But we end up playing it out from the back quite nicely. And Shortire now. Space to run the defence. Plays it behind Coyle frustratingly, but he sends it back out to Falquia. And he gets tackled by Tomori. We've got a throw-in though. And we are quite a dangerous team from throw-ins, as that's launched into the box and Onana just catches it nice and easy. So ignore me saying we're dangerous from them. As now James going to sprint down our down their left-hand side. I have messed that up entirely, nearly as much as Lautaro Martinez messed up that chance. But it looks like they're pushing for a fifth at this point, and we're just trying to, we're going to go defensive and just try and not let it get any worse. McKinney with a hell of a tackle, but ends up back with them, and Valquia with a tackle as well. Clearance doesn't go anywhere near Scarlet. Coyle has had a bad day. Cacaret now whips it in, and De Jong forces a good save out of Rivero, who is going to look for McKinney, who heads it down to Scarlet, finds Dykes, but straight against the defender. And now Chelsea back in possession and back into building the ball back up our pitch. Is that Anthony Martial? What's he doing at Chelsea? I don't like that. Don't like seeing Martial there. I don't like seeing Sancho there either. 5-1. And oh boy, do we need a better performance in the second half of this episode so that it's not been completely humiliating. Fair play to those QPR fans still sat there watching as we get dismantled. And now Scarlet passes it off to Coyle. And from the kickoff, we lose the ball straight away. And please, Chelsea, no more. No more. Sancho finds James. and he takes the ball towards the corner, but then eventually the ball comes in and Pedri scored. This isn't fun anymore. We're having a great time. We don't need to see them score 6. McKinney now puts the ball in and it's headed away by Lautaro Martinez, but Dykes is going to pick that up. Back to Falquir, and again we've just lost the ball so easily, and here come Chelsea once again. Cacaret finds Lautaro Martinez. Martial is back out onto the left wing, and that's a cracking save from Rivero. But now they've got another free kick. Look where that one is. And referee, blow the whistle. Make it end. There it is. Final whistle. 6-1. We weren't bothered about the FA Cup. We didn't want to be in the 6th round anyway. Haven't changed my board. We'll back in the next game in just a moment. Okay, and we're back with correct team names in the background. And Rivero in goal, Falquia, Masor, Beck Sorensen, Barbet. Then we've got with Stage and Amos in midfield with Shortire, Chair, Willock, and Scarlett up front by himself. So let's tell them we expect to see a much better... I clicked the wrong one. Oh well, let's get going. And Swansea, of course, did offer me a job, so a bit of a grudge match for me personally. Try and prove that I made the right decision by rejecting them. And also their manager is Steven Gerrard. As a Manchester United fan, I felt obligated to try and make it as horrible a day for him as I possibly can. And let's hopefully go ahead and do that, as Sorensen clears the ball away as far as Pickering, who sends it inside to Rothwell. And now Pickering going back down the left-hand side. Success. It has the ball cleared from his feet to Scarlett, who's now got space to run. And he's brought down, but Willock picks the ball up straight away. And he's going to try and get the ball back in. And Scarlett puts us 1-0 up against QPR. And we find ourselves leading away from home at the Liberty Stadium. Is that their stadium name? Correct me if it's not. Willock lays it on a plate for Scarlett for his 25th goal of the season. And we're actually pushing Swansea into a bit of a relegation battle if they're not careful. Meanwhile, we continue to push on and try and pressure the playoff spots. Fulham and West Ham look to be rather secure in those 2 automatic promotion spots. Everything else is a little bit more up in the air. You would probably expect Crystal Palace to stay in there, especially if you've seen how much money they've spent. Jesus. But now we're looking at Chair, who's looking a bit tired, as is Shortire. And we're going to make those changes. We're going to send Coyle on for Chair, and Shortire can come off for Mensah. Yeah, it'll be fine. And we're going to also just tell them to focus, try and keep head in the games, as Fulham, Swansea put the ball up as far as Success, and he's now going to try and bring it inside a little bit. Hubbard has a shot which goes just wide of the post. And now we've got 20 minutes left to try and seal this win, as Pickering throws the ball Amos easily picks it up, and now Mensah going to try and find some space down the wing. He's found Scarlett with a brilliant pass. And what a chance that was for Scarlett as the ball broke for him so nicely. And now we need to make our final change. And I'm looking at this booking for Barbet. And we're going to bring Philpott on there to sit defensive left back. Just to try and stay out the game. Make sure we don't get any problems. And we're also going to drop Mensah back to here. Defensive winger. Willock, I don't think, can do that. Inverted winger, he can go as. We're just going to drop a bit more defensive. Try and hold out for this lead. Coyle whips the ball in. And there's a penalty because Isaac Success has handled the ball. And it's going to be Scarlett taking the penalty. And puts us 2-0 up. And surely that secures us the win at Swansea. Fantastic penalty right into the far right into the corner. Gives the keeper no chance. And we have beaten Steven Gerrard's Swansea City 2-0 on their own turf. I guess you could say that was a bit of a slip up for Swansea. And what we are going to do is, let's see, if we go through, we'll come back for, you know what, we've not got long left to the end of the season. I think we'll just come back for Hull City and Walsall. That's only, or do we do West Ham and Gillingham? Yeah, you know what, we'll come back for West Ham and Gillingham, the two opposite ends of the table, top and bottom, and see how we do against those two. And then we'll be back for Hull and Walsall to end the season. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like and comment down below. Are we going to manage to scrape a playoff spot, or are we just going to be top half of the table? I hope. And do subscribe as well if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.